Melissa Phillip Himes.
Mr. James Lott Jr.
It's been a new year. Yeah.
It has. It has. How's it going so far?
Oh, it's been a shit show. I'm not sugarcoating for nobody. It's been a shit show for the last month, and I'm waiting for it to be over. I just want to say happy MLK Junior Day. I am actually, for folks watching, this is from the King Center in Atlanta. Nick and I went there. Our old friend Nick, we went there together in the 2000s. We were there for a conference, an insurance conference, and we decided to go together. And as a Black person and a white person who were best friends at the time and colleagues going to this place together, it was a trip. It was a real trip. We had a real conversation that day. It was really good. So I just want to mention that friendships, we do just coffee and conversation with friendships. I love friendships of all kinds, and that's what this was all about. That Melissa and I can sit here and do this today. We can actually sit here and talk, and it's not illegal for us to do this, and it's something we get to do because it was 50 years ago. We couldn't do this, Melissa. 50 years ago, we couldn't do it. 40, 60 years, we can do this. So I'm glad I get to do this with you, be your friend. I just want to say that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year, kids. It's been a shit show. They're having a shit show.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to talk about your shit show, whatever you're willing to just discuss.
Oh my goodness. So, but first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching, listening to this, because Melissa, people have been asking for us.
Really?
We're building this little following, and it's really funny because between this show and a little plug, tomorrow's my 100th episode of JLJ This Morning. Our buddy Flobo will be doing the hosting. We're gonna do a whole thing tomorrow. It'll be fun. But I'm building this little. I've been wanting to do this. Build this little like morning community because we're all waking up. It rained in LA today. I was like, it rained.
Yes. Yay, rain.
Rain. We got rain. We both try to have our coffee. Her hair's down. My hair's in a bun. We're all trying to wake up in the morning. Yes, I love your hair. But that people are liking our morning talks. They're really. I mean, our numbers are getting bigger and bigger. I noticed. I did a whole year-end thing. I noticed the later ones are getting bigger and bigger. And that's us solo and with guests. They like us both. You were like,
great.
I'm back.
Well, that makes me happy because I enjoy the show. I love talking to you, which is the catalyst of why we're doing what we're doing, because we really do like to chat and drink coffee.
Yes.
And invite folks to join in the conversation. I think that's great. It's a great way to start the new year. So thanks for sharing that.
People it's just kind of interesting. I'm like, oh, people do care, I guess. So I'm very happy. Those of you guys who care, thank you so much. We are glad you're a fly on our wall. Fly on the wall, our walls.
Well, I see a new Grogu, by the way.
Say which one? I can't remember which one. Wait, last time you've seen one. I have like 7 now, so I don't know which. That was a Christmas present. So you may not saw that was a Christmas present. You see that one before or no?
Well, he's huge. I don't think I've seen him before.
He's a big baby. He's my big baby. Baby. Like my big baby. Like my baby.
Aww.
He was given to me for Christmas.
He is huge. Yes.
He's a big one.
He's like a body pillow.
Kind of, yeah. I never thought of it before, actually. I can hold him.
So sweet.
Oh yeah, so then he's over here. I got like 7 now. Oh well, you can sit over here. Sit, you can watch. Okay, sit over there. Oh yes. I got all kind of so my Christmas and New Year sucked. Omicron touched my life. Apparently. So 2 days before Christmas, I'm packing up, getting ready to go see my kids and grandkids. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go do this. I'm a little nervous because this Omicron was starting to happen really big all of a sudden. But it was still, people's flights were getting canceled. I had friends who were stuck in other parts of the country and this kind of stuff, but it wasn't as bad yet. So okay, I've never forget the day. It was December 23rd. And I had just been with my sister and her family. And she called to tell me, we've been around somebody who had COVID. And she told me who, I'm not gonna say it on here, obviously, but she told me who it was. Several people who it was, and I was hanging all over. So I had to cancel. So my Christmas was at home quarantining by myself. FaceTime stuff was not the same. It's my grandson Trent's first Christmas. So I was really looking forward to being there. So I said, okay, we're going to try for early January. My daughter, Monica Alicia, turned 33 a few days ago. My godson, Loyal, turned 18 on the 7th. I thought, okay, I'll come. I'll do a whole thing with all of them. They're all in Northern California. Christmas Day, I got a phone call that a really good friend of mine, my 4th in 6 months, passed away.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dropped dead. His name was Greg Marino. We were friends for 27 years.
Mm.
His partner called me to tell me, he said, I don't have to tell you this. I had to tell you it happened. I had to tell you. Because I was going to call and say, hey, Merry Christmas to them. And it's my 4th friend of the same circle, actually, in San Francisco that has now passed away in 6 months. So my remaining friends, is like 4 of us left. We're all kind of holding on to each other now. It's really strange. So that was my Christmas and Christmas week. So then going into New Year's, I tested negative. I was like, thank you very much. Left the house one day. Go see my mom. She had some stuff for me. Ran an errand here and there. At my mom's house, I saw an auntie of mine. I don't say her name either. And hugged her. I was like talking to her like I always do. Got a call that night. She got tested. She tested positive for COVID. But didn't tell nobody she went and got tested. She thought she was probably negative. Like, if I thought, okay, I have no symptoms, I think I'm negative. That's the problem with this Omicron. I had to stay home again to quarantine for 5 days. So my New Year's sucked. So last week, I tested negative. My clients start to call me to tell me they have COVID.
Oh my goodness.
So my organizing world, I have about 9 regular clients that I see regularly. The others are sprinkled in. 6 of them have COVID for various reasons. 2 of my co-hosts of my shows had to cancel because they got COVID. 3 of my interviews had to cancel because they got COVID. Then last week, I left the house for one day. Again, I had to get some from my mom's house, had to go to the bank, do a couple of things. My sister, who I see all the time, test positive for COVID. Her whole family has it. I was going to go to Sacramento, San Francisco. My daughter tells me my grandson has it and brought it home. So it's like this weird. It's like this virus is no joke, folks. And it basically ruined my whole season, holiday season. And it's affected. And then also, 7 different studios closed down because of General Hospital, Grey's Anatomy. They all closed down because of COVID. So my work was starting to be affected too. So I've been home since December 23rd. Left the house 3 times. Didn't count. And now I'm waiting to get tested again. And I went to I was supposed to get a booster shot. But I got a phone call that they ran out of the shot at that particular CVS because everybody's trying to get the shot. And also, I tell people in LA trying to find a place to get tested. I finally got a home test. You couldn't find them; they were gone. I finally got one. Couldn't find those either; those are sold out. I finally got some. It's a shit show trying to find a place to get testing because you can be there for 5 hours, wait in line. One place they wouldn't even set up. They're like, "We're open at 10." It was 9:59. No one was there. But a line was out the door. I found a place. So, folks, I'm in Inglewood. On my side of town, it's called a city called Gardena. You know what Gardena is? A city. Rowley Park, 130th and Venice. So it was much easier. It was 2 hours, but it was much easier. They're very nice there. And it's rapid testing and PCR testing. I get the PCR. I want to make sure I get the whole shebang shaboodle. And so that's been my life for the last. I've been home trying to do shows either by myself or with it's been the craziest 3 weeks of my life. Even more so than when the pandemic really first started. I'm like, this is really crazy talk. So I don't know when I'm gonna be working again. I have no idea. I'm waiting to hear from everybody and all their different COVID, they'll be home for 10 days and some have symptoms, some don't. That's the scary part. My brother and I both still are negative. His job, 4 employees had to be sent home. They had COVID. So we're last Mohican. So far, we don't have it. Hopefully, I don't have it. So that's what I've been feeling.
Tough holiday season for you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry.
So I have Christmas presents. I have a whole mound of Christmas and birthday presents all sitting in the corner over here. What do I do now? Like when will I be able to go back up? When will this? I'm waiting for it to peak on some level. So you know it's going to peak at some point. I'm just waiting for it to peak and then start going down so I can actually see where I can. I can't go see my kids because now they got it. So I can't go see them. It's crazy. It's crazy that a lot of them don't have symptoms. That's the craziest part. They don't feel anything. Like I feel fine. Or
So
it's
then
not.
they don't even, how do they even know to go get a test if they're not symptomatic?
They're told they're like my grandson from school. You're with kids, you got it. Send them home. A job. You're at a job, they have to send you home. You're at a party, someone's tested positive. You're supposed to tell me when you test positive, tell them. So that's what a lot of them are finding out. A few have symptoms, and you say most of it's all nasal head cold stuff. But
Right.
see, a couple folks think it's allergies because how about you? When it rained for like a week here in LA, which was really weird.
Did.
It never does that. Never. I know for me, the first day out, I was in my yard, everything was blooming, and this is just weird because it's January. Everything was green. My face felt allergy. Really.
Yeah. I have extreme allergies and I've been symptomatic for the whole month of December.
That makes sense.
I mean, really bad. It's funny, one of my family members who doesn't live in the state was like, oh, I have this this allergy thing going on. I'm like, are you sure it's allergies?
Yeah.
You should probably go get a test.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I know what it is. And that person is totally pretty much secluded anyway.
Okay.
And she has all her, groceries delivered, but I'm like, I think maybe you should test. No, I'm fine. It's just allergies. Yeah. Well, I have to say, I'm very, very sorry to hear about your holidays.
Thank you.
Our holidays were very different, actually. We got to see family and grandkids came in from Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
And we had 2 Christmas dinners
Oh,
with parties and stuff. And everybody is okay, thankfully. Yeah. And Les and I went to the Rose Bowl.
Oh, you went down? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, to see Ohio State versus Utah. And it was like 80,000 plus people.
Right.
And, we came away okay. I came away with a new clear purse because I forgot the protocols. Ladies, if you're going to go to any event, bring a clear purse or they're not going to let you in. So thankfully, and I had like no cash on me, James, none. I had like $22 between Les and I in cash. And a very nice vendor sold me the biggest clear bag that he had and gave it to me under price because I literally showed him my wallet. I only have this much money and had to, I had to change out everything in my purse and we had to go back in line and we finally did get in. So that's a whole story in itself. But, I have to say, I didn't feel like, although you're very close quarters, I was okay. No one was wearing masks once they got into the venue. No one. Like everyone took their masks off.
Okay.
So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. That's interesting. But
so we did venture out. We took a risk.
Yeah.
Luckily we're both okay.
Thank God. No, I'm saying because this thing is seriously so catchy, they're saying. And that's why I'm saying everybody I know, we all survived 2 years without getting it.
Yeah.
Everybody I know who got it is vaccinated.
Yeah.
So everybody's vaccinated and boosted up and they're getting it. That's why it's not so bad for a lot of people. But it's the inconvenience having to stay home and tell everybody and all that stuff.
I think you're supposed to though, right? I mean, if you have it, you're supposed to, and the rules are changing, the quarantine times. So, but if I test positive, I'm calling everybody. Although, I mean, it sounds like we did have a very robust 2 weeks, but literally our lives are very like solitary almost right now, and my stepson is a teacher, so he's being tested regularly and so if he came home with COVID, any strain, of course, we would be quarantined with him and all of that good stuff. So, but it's at least nice that the other person in our household who's going out to a workplace that's not secluded like here, where it's just Les and I, is actually being tested regularly. So we feel pretty safe about that.
My brother's in a warehouse, and so he said he's not near the staff in the office. So whenever they test positive, they get sent home. He's like, well, I'm not really with them. But they always still tell them, of course, they're still in the same. But he's out in the warehouse. It's a huge warehouse and it's ventilated and all this stuff. So he's been lucky.
Now, does he get paid when he gets sent home?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, good. Yeah. Because I wasn't sure about those rules, but
every company's different. That's the thing. My sister didn't get paid. She got sent home. She didn't get, I'm not gonna out her company. I won't do that. But she didn't get paid.
Oh.
Luckily, she has a husband who makes money, so he tested negative. So luckily that happened, but she didn't get paid. They didn't give two shits about that. They're like, next. And now she's back to work today, first day back to work, because she couldn't work for the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's basically, no, you're right. Everything's changing. It's like 5 days, 10 days, 7 days. You have this, and that means I'm trying to keep up. I can't keep up. And then we had tsunami warnings the other day. I'm like, where does tsunami thing come from?
Yes. Did you get yours on Citizen app?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Did you see the satellite footage?
I saw satellite footage. I saw Santa Cruz. I've been there many times.
Oh, you did. I haven't seen that one. I saw
Santa Cruz
in space satellite.
Yes, I saw that one too. Yes.
That was, not that you ever want anybody to, be injured or suffer property damage, but I gotta say that picture was pretty cool from space.
It was. It was like our hearts go out to everybody who had to go through that stuff. We're just saying, and same with Santa Cruz. The way they were showing the water, they had damage. They actually had flooding. It was kind of, again, I'm not there, and I'm sorry for Santa Cruz. It was kind of cool, but it was like also not cool because it's kind of like we'll get letters. We're like, oh, you guys are horrible. I just mean
we're not really.
We're not that horrible. But just saying that it's very interesting. A little bit horrible. But just saying it was very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting but I was like, I woke up saying, what? Tsunami warning. My aunt's like, are you okay in California? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I saw it. And then I was like, because I'm literally where I live, I'm within tsunami distance. So we have there's shelters. There's times for where
really?
Oh yeah, in Inglewood, we're not that far. I'm literally only 9 miles from a beach. Like our nearest beach is Dockweiler. So right by the airport. On the other side of the airport. So, and then right below that is Hermosa. And then on the other side it's Marina Del Rey, and I'm literally right there. I'm 10 minutes away. Well, I'm close to the beach. I grew up over here, so I'm like, it's very close. Yeah. So when they said that tsunamis can go 10 to 25 miles in, we're within the 10 miles. We're within the 10, 11 miles. So they said a certain tsunami could go all the way to us. And it's flat where I live. There's no hills where I live.
Yeah.
It could get stopped at Ladera Heights, possibly La Cienega. There's hills there, and Culver City, kind of, maybe. Mm-hmm. But if it came a certain other way, it just would come straight to us. We're flat. We have no hills, just flat all the way through. So we have them. So we do. And I said we have signs nearby that tell us where to go. Isn't that crazy? It's
crazy because I don't think of it. I don't think of you being close to the beach, but you are close to the beach.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I know that you're close to some very cool sporting event venues.
But I can see the beach in my mom's house. And my mom, wow. We just look straight down. You see the airport and the beach.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, straight. But it was a strange awakening for going. Wow,
yes.
I'm all grab a Grogu and let's go. We gotta go. We gotta run. We gotta run. I'm like, well, I don't want to grab. So anyway, so that was a trip too. The flooding and the tsunamis. I was like, that's I'm not used to that one.
No.
That's a new
one. I get the warnings and I pay attention because earthquakes or flooding or whatever, but tsunami, that was a first. And Citizen makes me not want to leave my house. That app, I don't know why I joined that app, because I never want to leave my house. It's there's stuff going on everywhere all the time in my neighborhood. So insane. I know, everywhere. One of the most popular ones by us is man or woman brandishing knife or machete.
Yeah, machete. We had machete too. I'm like, first of all, who grabs a
Where
machete?
are they getting machetes from?
Exactly. Like, who gets a machete? They get that all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, so we're just going like this. Ah! What are they doing? Like, what are they doing? I have no idea what they're doing with machete.
I don't know, but it's you can tell by the citizen activity. There's definitely uptick in crime.
Yes. Well, I know it personally from my own life over here because, like you were just saying, we're getting all this new construction over here. We have the Metro being built, SoFi Stadium, and Clippers Stadium. So I noticed a whole influx. We have more shootings at night. I come home before dark now. When I was going out the house, my brother, I'm just like, I don't go out at nighttime. I don't go out anymore. It's just too dangerous. We have helicopters almost every night now, and it was getting, again, I feel like it was getting better. And now all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just, yeah. But Cincinnati does not want to leave my house. It's just it's crazy. But I'll tell you also, what is it? Car crash.
Those are good things too, right?
Yeah, they found it. The little thing goes ding ding ding. It's like they found a dog.
Yeah, or they found a child, or yeah.
So I do laugh about that. I do. I go, okay. Well, that's a cute little ding, little notification, and that's fine, I guess. But still, it's still scary. I'm like, well, Citizen app.
It's scary, but I thought about turning it off, and I just can't.
Oh, I can't.
No, I kind of want to know.
Well, I do want to know. I want to know what's going on because, see, I'm part of Nextdoor, right? Nextdoor is that app that everybody's on online, and
Yeah,
you get 10,000. But they're all so whiny. I don't like watching stuff with them. And then I'm part of Island Inglewood. They're all whiny in that group too. So this one is just like, this just tells you exactly what's going on. There's some kind of accident or something going on. They just tell you. It's like, that's what I want to know. I don't care about. They went on my lawn yesterday, and I didn't like that. Or like, care about that, they're building trees. I don't know. So it's what I'm just like, I'm not interested in any of that.
there's this whole community that's been born with videoing, right? The live video feeds.
Mhm.
And there are folks who literally will go around to different, in their local area, different accidents or whatever, police activity, and they're filming and they're corresponding.
Mhm.
And I swear to you, one random day, because I don't really pay attention to it during my work hours, but one day I just did. And there's my twin sister standing on a sidewalk holding an umbrella, watching an accident scene that unfolded in front of her house. And I'm like, and the lady is trying to interview people. And she says, and she comes up and she's kind of walking towards my sister. And my sister says, well, who are you with? And she goes, well, I'm reporting on Citizen App. She goes, oh, I don't do press, honey. And turned around and walked away from her. I just loved that. It was so funny. And the lady's like, oh, no, I'm not press. I'm just like you. I'm just recording live. And she just kept walking over.
I guess I'll do press. That is hilarious.
So yeah, but there's this whole community that's running around filming all these accident scenes or police stuff, and they're like trying to correspond, they're trying to be journalists or something. So.
I'll tell you, nowadays, yes, it's very interesting. For those of us who do it for a living, I'm seeing all kinds of people trying to host. I'm like, oh, that's not really, sure. But yes, there's a bunch of different worlds out there that are just very interesting. I'm noticing that because now we can do it ourselves. It's DIY. Do it yourself. You want a show? Do it yourself. No matter what app it is, whatever, just do it yourself. And some of them become famous and actually get picked up, and things happen. It's really crazy. I just wow. Okay. I worked hard for the last 7 years. No. But I did celebrate 13 years in Los Angeles yesterday. I made it. I did. Everybody, she knew me from before. I've been here 13 years, and best decision I've ever made, no matter what has gone down. Best decision I've made. I'm glad I'm here. I was 40 years old. I'll be 53.
I know.
You
So
too.
will I.
Yes, you too. It's been a very interesting 13 years. I mean, I've had some ups and downs, but I'm glad that I'm in Los Angeles. It's the right thing. It was the right move for me. I mean, you never know. You try something and you hope it clicks, whether it's a marriage or a job or a move. And I'm glad after 22 years, I came back. It was the right time, apparently. And it's weird the things that I'm doing now that I never thought we'd doing any of this. Never thought we'd doing any of this. And the fact that also I'm back kind of associated with the job that I left we're doing IAB Cal stuff. Like I was just talking to David, so like it's so fun. Like I was like, come on, you guys kiss my grits. And then like 12 years later, I'm back with them again, and they're employed me. It's like it's just I don't as I get older, I'm learning I don't know shit. That's what I'm learning. Melissa, that's the answer. We just the more you learn, the more you don't know.
Right. I try and look at it because I came to that realization a little earlier in life, but I come to it with everything about whatever I can bring to the table. It's very little in comparison to what others can bring. And so together we can be more impactful. And that's that team mentality versus that individual mentality.
Yes.
And I think that's so important in life. Because I'll talk to some people who are pretty isolated, yes, and they have a very binary point of view, black or white, you know, and there's like so much gray in the world. There's so much gray out there.
There is.
And so I'm trying to open my mind and start asking more questions. I stopped asking questions. I don't know when that happened. But even in my business, I'm starting to ask more questions, and I'm gaining more and more knowledge. And I'm actually building kind of like a little community of people I can just reach out to and say, hey, something came across my desk, or I was curious about what you're thinking about this. And it's really been a game changer for me. And I fully intend to keep asking more and more questions because I want to learn.
Yes, education never should stop.
Never should stop learning, never should stop asking questions, and always be supportive of one another.
I agree. And I'm a nosy Rosie. I ask questions all the time. And that's what we're going to end it on. We have a guest coming on our next show. I'm James.
And I'm Melissa.
This is Coffee and Conversations with James and Melissa. And we love you guys. And we're glad to be back. New episodes on Mondays. Always follow us on any audio stream platform. We are there. You just go there for wherever you listen to, we're there. And we're on to the YouTube channel, which is my channel, JLJ Media. And we will see you next time.
Bye.